Indiana Camera here, and today I promise to tell you a story that my life just sort of crumbled apart. And as promised, I'm gonna tell it. So currently I have a job as a web developer for a company. Getting paid for that job, I had to intern for it. I got the job back in 2005 when the company itself was trying to rebrand itself. And they had a posting saying they needed a new logo. And me being in graphics, I decided I would give it a shot. So I made a logo, I sent it to the company, and they loved it. They used the logo, and they told me they'd like to bring me aboard of the company. However, I had to work for free for over 2 years. So while I was working for this company, I also had to get other jobs. I worked
Dengar gak? Dengar. Yeay. A ripple sheet. Astaga.
I worked at Kohl's, I worked at Wendy's. You know, I did all these other jobs, so at the same time, I could be able to pursue a job with this company. So 2007 comes, and it's already been 2 years. You know, I'm exhausted. You know, I'm tired all the time. So finally, the boss of the company comes up to me, and he says, Michael, we have a job for you. It may pay pretty substantial. And you really get a chance to do Of course, I just took the opportunity. I was going, yeah, that's exactly what I want. I really want a job like this where I can show what exactly I can do. So I started some more details, and the company is developing a package for a Latin singer. I can't really go any further than that. It's a female Latin singer, and she was looking for this whole package for, you know, videos and, you know, graphics and designs and art, the website, and they threw me on the web portion of the package, and my portion was going to be $20,000. My boss tells me it's probably not going to be $20,000, but it will be more like $15,000. And that was like, oh my God, that's so much money. So I designed this badass website for her. People had to log in, and I had a custom logo, and, you know, Flash music was playing. I went all out, and this thing turned out so amazing. And then it happened. It turned out there was another part of the deal that she just did not like. And they couldn't find a way to, you know, continue the job if she didn't approve of this one part of the job, which meant all of it was gone. Which meant I was not getting $15,000. Now, the problem with not getting the $15,000 is it was already spoken for. You know, I spent the money before I had it. I was telling Dad, oh, I'm going to give you $4,000 so, you know, you can go get you a new van. I told Mom I'm going to go get her some tickets to Graceland. I was going to buy myself new clothes. You know, I was going to get myself an Xbox 360 because at the time I couldn't afford it because I was working for free. And I didn't get the job, and I didn't get the money. And I was left as broke as I was before, if not broker, because I was already lifted so high and then just crashed to the ground. I still remember when I got the call. My boss calls me and he says, you know, Michael, I don't know how to tell you this. The job fell apart. And the whole room was spinning for me. I was just going, yeah, okay. And I hung up, and I looked at Dad, and I was trying so hard to hold back tears, and I just said, I'm not going to get that job. And I go to the room, and I just start crying. And it's serious crying. And I'm just... There's very few times in my life that I cried as much as I did that day, because it had been 2 weeks of me spilling my heart into this website and logos and reaching out for people for animations and doing everything that I could. I hustled my way to get everything that I could get for this website to look so good, to be amazing. And then it didn't happen, and I didn't get money. And tried
Zrak.
talking to them, hey, what about if we just do the website? You know, let the kid get some money.
Kontol
I
na.
felt bad that I was still interning, but it didn't work. I was so deflated. So I'm in the room crying, and Dad comes in. Dad walks in, and no questions, no speaking. He just grabs me, and he's holding me, and I'm crying, and Dad's... What's going on, you guys? Gibby out of camera here, and today I was talking to a friend of mine named Jim, and we were talking, and he asked me what is one of the worst stories that I have to tell about my family getting into an argument, and it hit me. There's a story that I haven't told yet, which I would consider to be the worst argument my family has ever gotten into. So in the house for this argument would be me, my brother Charles, my sister Jennifer, my dad, and my mom. And it was all five of us, and it just spiraled out of control. So Mom was working in the photo center at Walmart at the time, and she had a routine where she would like to buy DVDs and stuff and bring them home. Well, one day she decided to ring herself up and buy Joe Dirt on DVD. Now, Walmart has a rule where you're not allowed to ring yourself up if you're an employee, which makes sense because you're opening the register and you can possibly steal out of it. And so Mom got fired from Walmart for ringing herself up because she bought Joe Dirt because they thought she had tried to steal it. She produced the receipt. They saw later on that she did, in fact, pay for the movie, but it didn't matter. She lost her job. So Mom got home, and she was afraid to tell Dad. I go, what happened? I got fired. Oh, my God. I got fired, man. I don't know what to do, man. And Mom didn't tell Dad for a week. Mom did not tell Dad that she got fired from Walmart for an entire week. Finally, the end of the week comes. Dad goes, Dad, what the fuck? How many goddamn hours you got this week? And Mom just tells him like it's no big deal. Oh, I got fired. Like, what the fuck? Mom continues to forget it like it's no big deal. I got fired, man. What the fuck? Yeah. Well, I was doing the cigarette thing. Mom wasn't really a smoker at the time, so I don't know why I was doing that. Dad is pissed off. He's not talking. A few hours goes by. Finally, he decides he wants to dwell into it. What the hell did you get fired for, bitch? I was stealing a DVD. What did you steal it? Man, fuck you. You gonna accuse me of some shit like that? And that's what happened. Dad accused Mom of stealing the DVD, and it fucking spiraled out of control. Mom takes all of Dad's shit that belonged to his mother, and she starts smashing it. Now, remind you, this was only a few years after she died, so the wound was still really fresh. So Mom's smashing all the shit. She's throwing it in the yard. Dad takes a hammer, and he starts beating the shit out of the entertainment center with it. This is with DVDs in the corners and shit, and the TV, and it falls on the floor, and he starts beating the TV with it, and there was fucking sparks, and Mom's going, you fucking crazy man! We had a big pool in the backyard. Mom goes in there with a knife and starts stabbing it. And she's just stabbing the shit out of the pool and cutting the liner up. And Dad's flipping out. Mom's flipping out. Now my brother gets involved, starts yelling at Dad for messing with Mom. Get out of my motherfucking mom's face! Dad takes the fucking coffee table and flips it, and the coffee table is made out of glass, and it just shatters. The glass goes everywhere. Now my brother and my dad are face to face like they're about to fist fight. So I take an acoustic guitar and I swing it as hard as I could at the back of my brother's head. And I was expecting like a big wrestling thing, like Jeff Jarrett when he hits somebody with a guitar. That's not what happens. All that happened was the guitar, boom. It makes a loud noise, it cracks like a piece of it, and the guitar separates from the neck, and it's just hanging there. And my brother goes, ah! He gets up off the ground and decides he wants to beat my ass. So he picks up this glass candy dish filled with candy, and he throws it at me. I duck, and it hits the wall and explodes. Mom and Dad are... a divorce. Get the fuck out of my life! And it was seriously just one of the most devastating arguments we've ever had. Mom hated Dad, Dad hated Mom. Dad's hands were bloody from punching walls and breaking shit. My brother's head was bleeding from a guitar. We were going our separate paths. This was the end of the family. This was the first time there were an argument where I said, family's over. We have no more kids. We were all separated at the end of the day. When it was all said and done, the fucking kitchen window was busted out. Dad had thrown everything out of the refrigerator. The glass table in the living room was destroyed. My guitar was broken, glass candy dish on the ground. The pool was spewing water all out of the lawn. The entertainment center in shambles on the floor. And what happens next? Dad and Mom go to the room, and 10 minutes later, we're leaving the house to go eat Chinese for dinner. I don't know what happened in that room, what happened in the discussion, but Mom and Dad were in there for 5 minutes. They came out, it's you, we're going to Chinese.
I recently purchased a large batch of sports equipment in Alibaba.com. It is really cheap. I must recommend it to
What's going on, you guys? Keep me on the camera here. I guess all I gotta say is karma is a 5-letter word. Karma is a bitch. I went over to Dad's house while he was sick, trying to fuck with him. And of course, what happens? I wake up today and I'm fucking sick. I got a sore throat, I got a stuffy nose, headache. It's bullshit. I caught what Dad had because I went over there fucking with him. So it's true. Karma's a bitch, and I got it. Dad called me earlier. He wanted to talk about the video. Apparently, he's seen the video, which usually he doesn't watch the videos. Usually, I try to show him the videos because when he breaks things and he's bitching, I'm like, hey, Dad, watch what you did. But usually, he can't sit through them. But he watches it. Oh, God, you guys make fun of me, motherfucker. Tina's gonna be my goddamn nuts. I don't need you. I can't scream. I was gonna shout right there, but my throat kills me right now. Tina's goddamn bitch. So I tell Dad that I'm sick, and he loses it. He's laughing for 5 minutes at me, making fun of me. That's your so fat ass. I ask how he feels, of course. I feel goddamn fine. Thanks for giving me the nuts. So yes, Dad, I'm sick. I got it from you. It's my fault. Karma got me. Karma slithered up and then bit me, and I got it. I'm sick now, and it's my own fault. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. So the real reason that I was making this video is because I had a couple of people to write me, and the other day on video, I talked about the fact that one time Dad and I were sick at the same time, and they got pissed off at me, and there were some people who wanted me to elaborate on that story, so I'll be happy to. This was about 2002. We lived in Leesville, South Carolina. That's the middle of fucking nowhere. There were woods everywhere, and we just lived in the middle of nowhere. This was around the time that Dad was hanging around with biker gangs and was selling stuff at the flea markets. Mom had just started working at Walmart at the time, and I guess she caught something at the store because she brought it home with her, and it just leveled the entire house. Mom got it, my brother Charles got it, my 2 sisters got it, then Dad got it, then I got it. Now this was a bad sickness. It would start off kind of like runny nose, a little bit of headache, maybe some dizziness, but it got worse. Diarrhea, throwing up, flu-like symptoms. It was just absolutely horrible. Mom was seeing shit. The night that she came down with an illness, she swore she saw the reflection of her mother in the mirror, and she swears that that's why she got sick. To this day, she'll swear to God that she got sick because she saw her mom in the mirror in the bathroom. My brother finally gets to the point where Dad has it. And when Dad's sick, he does it up big. Dad walks around with a blanket wrapped around him. Give me some tea. I'd scream. Tina, give me some tea. All right, Charlie, damn. Sorry, get me one. Come on, goddamn. He's the old man tea, man. Oh, Dad just loves the spotlight being on him. And when we're sick, goddamn, maybe you should take him out of the air yourself. But when he's sick, oh, got that spotlight on me, boy. So Mom's waiting on Dad hand and foot. She's rubbing his feet. She's rubbing his head. She's bringing him water and tea and making him anything that he wants. And then I got it. When Dad first finds out that I'm sick, he acts like he doesn't care. Oh, goddamn, go get better, Bo. But as the day progresses, you can tell that he's pissed off that he's not the only one in the house that's sick. The situation came to a head when Dad and I were both in the living room, and I was at the counter waiting for some medicine, and so was he. He had this electronic wheelchair that he used to ride around the house. I don't even know how much he needed it. He was just using it around the house all the time, just whizzing around everywhere. And he was sitting in it, and I was waiting to get my medicine, and I could see it on his face.
Cerita.
So mom gets me
YouTube.
medicine, and I go, I don't feel good, Dad.
Angry
And that's
grandpa
when he looks at me.
cerita.
Well, I don't feel good either, motherfucker. God damn, when can I be thick for a change? When can I be the only goddamn one that's thick in this goddamn house? Huh? And it went on like that. Dad hated it. Dad doesn't like when anybody steals his spotlight. Oh, good, this spotlight, Michael. So that's pretty much the story. Not much else to say, but what happened? He was sick, I got sick, and they got pissed off at it. He didn't talk to me for a day. Then when he wasn't sick anymore and I was the only one that's sick, he started to act like a father again. So that's it. Like, subscribe, favorite, and if you guys are buying
Lepas ni aku try sleeping dog kan. Mau tengok kamu stream sleeping dog. Okay.
Balik bocor sama pasal belas hari ini bapak saya oke lagi.
Oh, benih tiba-tiba bocor aja. Kima dodok mati. Saya try sleeping dog ya, saya stream.